Hi everyone, welcome back to So Making It Up. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Jane.
And I'm sitting forward for some reason. Hope everyone's well and managed to get out of the storms the other day, or the other week should I say,
yes,
in the best way possible. Right, today we are going to talk about some makes, we're going to talk about some purchases, and just some new ideas for our Etsy site. So, and it will be good to see what you think about them. So
yes,
if you do think anything, good or bad, stick it in the comments, please. So shall I go?
Yes, go for it.
Okay. So, you may have seen on some of our other videos that we've been doing a bit of knitting recently. So that started to prompt the making of knitting bags, but not only the making of knitting bags, but also bags that can be used for other things. So the first one I made was this bag here, and this fabric, I managed to find this ribbon in my drawer. I do need to go on a ribbon buying mission at some point.
Oh, good.
Yeah. No, I do.
I'm buying something.
I do need to go on a mission to buy ribbon. So this fabric is from Bramble Patch, and it's actually quilting fabric, and I have got this colourway, and I've also got, and I think we've probably shown it in a previous video, I've also got a turquoise colour one as well, and I don't know what it is about it. I'm not really into gold, and it's got little gold crosses on it,
lovely,
but I just like it. Something about it calls to me. So
looks lovely in a bag as well, though.
Yeah, no, I think it's just, yeah, nice. And then inside I just lined it with it's almost like a sort of cloud tie-dye type fabric. Again, something that was bought at Bramble Patch with in mind at some point that I was going to use it for some quilting, but I didn't do that. So yeah, that's that one. Actually, I've just realised I'll show you the bags, and then I'll also show you a couple of other things I've been making. So again, we had a trip to Bramble Patch not that long ago, and I got encouraged to buy some more fabric so that somebody didn't feel so bad because they were having to spend up again, and came across, they actually had, and I'm not sure how far you guys are away, some of you are a long way away because you're overseas, but they actually have this remnant room, which is just my favourite part of going there. I think it's our favourite part of going there, isn't it? And they had a sale of fat quarters, £2 each, or £10 for 6. So basically, if you bought 5, you got another one free. So, and this fabric got little rockets on it. Again, that was a fat quarter. So I've added a bottom piece just out of blue cotton. And made sort of like the view for this it would be like a children's, these are too long, I'm going to cut these off, but it would be a children's sort of PE bag or a children's toy bag. I know when my son was little there was Lego.
That would be perfect.
Yeah,
for Lego.
Mini little
fluff on it.
Mini little things all over the place, and every time we went out, if we went to a restaurant, everything had to come with us. So something like that would have been ideal for my son had I been sewing at the time. So yeah, £2, bit of fat quarter, bit of blue cotton that I had at home already, and again a bit of what I've started doing as well, which I know you're quite happy with, is these cords, for example, and the ribbon I just showed you. If I get bags and things, you get the paper, the nice paper bags from some retailers, they'll have ribbon on them or they'll have cord. I started cutting them off or pulling them out and saving them.
Recycling.
So yeah, so that's another one. Then I made this again.
Oh, these
this
are
little,
so cute.
This little cat bag.
They're perfect for small knitting projects.
Yeah, inside just white cotton that I had lying around. Again, it could be anything, old bed sheets, anything that, as long as it's clean and anything plain for the inside of things good. So yeah, this again was, and I made 2 of these bags. This was a fat quarter again, so £2. So I made 2 bags out of it, little drawstring, and these the ribbon I had at home anyway. So again, just ideal for if you're knitting socks and things to keep them in there. And then the last one I was going to show, and this is going to form part of our giveaway, I believe, is another little drawstring bag. Can you see a theme here? Nothing like me to be on a roll and make loads of the same thing. Again, this is fabric that I had at home. It's quite, it's like a
linen, like a cotton linen.
Yeah, it's quite thick. It's almost, you could make cushions out of it. It's quite upholstery, not upholstery. Yeah, upholstery.
It is an upholstery weight fabric.
Yes. And again, I had another ribbon at home that matches the bees. So
it does match that. Really nice.
So yeah, we're going to be doing that in our giveaway, but we'll talk about that a bit later. That's that one. And then the last thing that I'm going to show that is of sewing is I made. So I was laying in bed the other morning thinking I need to make, because I've got a new sewing machine. I had made a sewing machine cover probably a year or so ago. I don't know if you remember, I made it out of the camo, the grey camo fabric.
Yes.
And I actually quilted it as well, so I padded it and quilted it. And I sort of wish I'd done that with this as well, but I didn't. And I was thinking, I'm sick of seeing them there with just those horrible plastic covers that they come in on. So I decided that that was my mission for the day, to make an overlocker cover and to make a sewing machine cover. So I had this lovely fabric from Sophie Allport, which is lobsters. I've also made a doorstop in this fabric, and I had quite a lot of it. So I just, did this in one morning, did a little bit of a design feature on there just to turn the tops over, and it honestly took no time at all. I just used the plastic cover as a template and just marked it out. The only thing I maybe should have done is put a handle on, but then I was thinking, actually, when it's on a sewing machine or an overlocker, it's either on there or it's off, isn't it? So,
and they look really good on the machines as well, don't they?
Yeah. So that's me from a sewing point of view.
Okay. Shall I go next?
Yes.
Right. So
there's no one else to go next, is there?
Dog might want to go next. I just don't think she's made anything. Okay. So I have made something to wear, which I haven't done in a very, very long time. So I got this fabric. It is in aqua from Higgs and Higgs, jersey, focus, there we go, and the matching ready-made cuffs as well. And this pattern is the Page hoodie by Chalk and Notch. Chalk and Notch. Yes, I was right. Okay, hopefully you can see that. So basically, drawstring around the hood, gathered sleeves, and drawstring at the bottom. I will put in a picture here rather than trying to show you here. Now I really like this pattern. I've got tons of hoodie patterns. I didn't need another hoodie pattern, but I saw Rachel from Stitched Up had made one in a sage and got square lines on it, and it looked lovely. So I kind of thought about this for a while and then talked myself into it.
It is really nice, and I've got hoodie patterns as well. And there's always something just not quite right about them, and I can't explain what it is. It's something
just, and I don't actually know what it is with this that makes it so nice. If
it's lovely,
if that makes sense. The fit's really good. So I made a size 10. One thing I really like about it is the hood is not massive. Sometimes when you make hoodies, the hood's really big.
And it drags. It feels like it's dragging you down.
And this doesn't. And it's not sort of low here. It's got a nice wrap detail there. And I've got the rivets on the top and bottom. And yeah, the dimensions just are really, really good. The fit is really, really good. And it comes with 3 different options. You can do the short sleeve, you can do a long sleeve, you can do a slim sleeve. There's a band around the bottom, or it's gathered around the bottom. The only thing I did, because I squidged this out of 1.5 meters and the jersey is 150 wide, is I did alter the sleeves. So there's big gathered sleeves and they're straight, and they're going to be too gathered, so I took them in a little bit, so it wasn't a straight option and it wasn't the gathered option.
You didn't have to make them longer.
She's taking a mickey out of my long arms. I have to say, normally I have to lengthen the arms of everything by about an inch because I've got really long arms.
I'm just jealous of them.
Because I got really long arms. The length on this was perfect. Didn't have to change that at all. Being very cheeky, aren't you? Right, the other thing I have made is along the same lines as Madam. Knitting bags. So I have been doing a load of knitting. I am on I've finished the 5th pair of socks, and I've got other knitting stuff to show you here in a minute. So I've made out of some Lady McElroy that I'd used for my daughter's pyjamas. I've got a bit left over, so I've made a drawstring bag, but I've also made a little notions pouch to go with it, which is really handy because you keep in there your sort of your darning needles, your tape measure, and your
like that.
markers. So those two together, really, really handy. And what we are doing is, well, Ashley's shown a load as well, we are making up some of these and we're going to put them on our Etsy site. If you're interested, please go over and have a look. Details are in the description box below. So I think that is it for my sewing. I have done a bit of knitting, and I have bought some more stuff as well. Shall I go on to my knitting? I'm very embarrassed. Socks. Now I haven't got all my socks because some are presents, some have been worn and need to be washed. These are presents, but they haven't been sent yet. So these are just standard vanilla socks, and I have used the Socksploration pattern from Earth Tones Girl, which you can buy on Ravelry. I have made a few pairs of these. I think last time I did a knitting catch-up video, I was hating the Kitchener stitch which you use to do your toes. I've nailed the Kitchener stitch.
Oh my gosh, now I'm very
What
worried.
I'm
I'm very worried if we're hating the toe stitch, because
I've
been knitting some socks, which while we're on, shall I show quickly
Yes.
while we're on socks?
Yes, do that.
So I've been knitting some socks, which I have in my knitting bag.
Got my eye on that knitting bag.
I'll swap you for the
socks.
cowl. So yeah, this is, sorry, I was holding it down thinking you could see. You will see, right, so this is my first ever sock, and I think it was only, maybe it was 2 weeks ago, maybe even a little bit less, where we sat there and you showed me how to put them on the little tiny needles that were like dolls.
Needles. She was like,
But they were like doll's house needles. They were really bad, and then I had to transfer them to the circular needle. So this sock project for me has been ongoing for at least 3 weeks.
But it's a massive learning curve because you haven't knitted that small before. You've not knitted in the round before, and you've never made socks before. But look, they look really good. Where is this yarn from? This is
Bird Street yarn.
But they look really good, and it's your first time doing a heel as well. So you're being too hard on yourself. My socks, I've done 5 pairs. The first 2 pairs.
Do you want to say that a few more times?
No.
I've done 5 pairs. You've not even done 1 yet.
No, my point here is that the first 2 pairs. No, actually, I lie. The first 3 pairs, that they have got tons of mistakes. So it's only the last couple of pairs where I can go, do you know what? I actually now know what I'm doing and I feel more comfortable. So you need to give yourself a bit of time.
I do think, to be fair, it's getting your head round the technique. And the technique to me makes sense when you've done it, because it is, as you said, it sort of magically comes together. It's a bit weird, but I think you know, I will persevere with these. I will get them to the point where they're wearable and probably give them to someone. No, I'll keep them, and I'll learn from it. And I actually think that I will be quite. I think I'll probably get quite into them once I've worked it out. And they're really good to sit. I mean, at the moment, I'm of a stage. I'm not sure whether you can knit yet without looking at them. You can.
Not for very long though. I do have to keep checking back.
So whereas I'm a little bit like I have to look at every stitch still at the moment, but I think they're quite a nice thing to occupy your hands in the evening. Stop you eating. Stop you chewing your nails.
And
picking at anything.
they're really mobile and they're small as well. And I know when
Yeah.
I put on Instagram that I'd started making socks, a lot of people had come back and gone, they're really addictive. And I think on my last YouTube video, they're really addictive. And I was a bit like, and I'd made one pair, I was a bit like, maybe. And I finished it, I need to cast on another pair of socks. And I'm literally at the minute sitting on my hands going, don't cast on another pair because I want to make a shawl. But it is, you finish one, and I think a lot of it is that you buy the yarn and you think, just see how this is going to knit up.
Before you know it,
You're halfway through another sock. So I will be making a load more socks, but I want to go and start looking at colour work and different patterns of socks.
and
next
that's
to stretch.
I think that's what I know. I'm trying to run before I can walk. And that's just a bit me. But I'm sort of thinking, God, imagine the colours you can put together. Imagine the patterns. I think that there's endless possibilities once you've mastered it.
There's some beautiful sock patterns out there. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, so my next, going on from knitting socks and wanting to stretch yourself, because obviously now I've done 5 pairs of socks.
You're a pro.
Yeah, I think I can do anything. So I jumped on the bandwagon, and I'll put a picture here. I bought the first sweater from Hive Knits, and I know quite a few of you have probably already bought this and have probably already knitted it up. I got the yarn from, I need to just check, Knit Yarns. Again, I'll put all the details in the description box below. So it takes 7 balls of, there we go, this is a silk mohair. It's beautiful. And also this is, I know, superwash merino and 20% nylon. So I've gone for kind of a steel colour in both of them. As I say, there's a lot of these have already been made in tons of different colours, and it was really difficult to choose which colour because they all look amazing. You'll see from the picture I'm going to put in, the jumper doesn't look massively technical, but the fit and the style just looks really, really good. So I'm really hoping that I've got enough skill to carry that off. So that is on my knitting list. The other thing I have got is I signed up for an advent from Rose's Moments, and this isn't a Christmas advent, it's a through the year advent, and I love the idea of getting a little present each month to me from me, why would you not? And the subject is Narnia. So the first box arrived, which is the one where you get to the big skein, and I'm playing with this so it's a bit unravelled, so you can see that there, hopefully. There we go, that's better. And it's come with a little progress keeper of a snowflake, and this is called Through the Wardrobe into Narnia, and it comes with a little mini skein which is called Lucy Meets Mr. Tumnus. Yeah, can I get that to focus? Probably.
Yeah, it's doing it.
And they're beautiful, they just feel lovely. It also comes with a little page card of, there we go, and part of the story, and also a shawl and a blanket pattern, which is really, really good. I'm really excited for that. Can't wait for the next one. Might be my new obsession into signing up with those. Then, I know. This is something, oh, have you started yours yet? No. Okay, something else, and this is a free pattern, is Gramma's favourite dishcloth. You can get this free on Ravelry. Now, the reason why I started to look at this is because years ago I bought Wool and the Gang some cotton yarn to make a top, and I started knitting it and it looked like a string vest.
Yes, I remember it now.
Yeah, so this is Billie Jean yarn, and I've been using this because it's cotton. I've been using it to make Gramma's favourite dishcloth, which doesn't look or sound that great, but you know what, I'm addicted to these.
No, I think they look lovely.
I am addicted. So these are just basically washcloths. Really, really easy to make. Really, really good to use. They clean.
Good for the environment.
Good for the environment because you can wash them. But they clean really well because they're textured, they're absorbent, they're great for washing up, they're great for wiping down. And I reckon you could get about 3 of them out of a ball of yarn like that. So that's been something else I've been doing on the side.
And watch this space because I've got some to knit, but
Yes.
I've got a few things on the go at the moment.
You'll be
So my
doing
little
great
brain will
things.
only cope with so much.
You'll be doing great things with those. Then the other thing I have got is a cowl.
And I think I might nick this off of her
So
when she's not looking.
So I had, again, because I'm trying to use up my stash, I've used, this is Camelot super fine kid mohair, made in Italy, 70% mohair, 90% nylon. Can't remember where I bought this from. Is
It's
that gonna
lovely,
focus
lovely
on
colour.
there? And then I've also got on here, you can see that this is a fade, which I think when I originally bought it, I thought I was going to make socks with it, but the fade's not even. So it's a 4-ply and it is, come on, focus, focus. There we go, sort of focusing. There we are. Again, I can't remember when I bought this or where I bought it from.
No, I don't remember you saying you bought this.
No. And I'm trying to figure out 100% virgin wool. That's what it says that's made of. So I'm knitting this on my favourite Adi Novelle needles, which are the circular ones, but they are square.
Let me move.
There we go. See them there. And it's a fade that I'm doing.
So nice.
Seed stitch. So my plan with this is just literally to keep knitting because it's a 4-ply with the mohair. It's still really lightweight, so I think I'll just knit up as much as I can, and then it will be folded over 2 or 3 times to give it a bit of body. So I'm also working on that. The only thing we're doing this, and this is a free pattern from Kate Celine. So if you go and check her out, she's got quite a few free knitting patterns on her site. They're really good. Again, details in the description box below. The only thing we're doing this is it's a bit mind-numbing. Does anybody else find this? And it's great when you go from colour to colour because you can kind of see your progress and it makes it a little bit interesting. But boy, am I getting a bit bored.
I think you have to be in the mood to do it, don't you? And sometimes, well, sometimes you are and sometimes you're not. But I think, as you say, with that, what's quite nice is you have got at least got a variant in the colour.
Yeah, you can see the progress via the colour. But I'm finding this harder to knit than socks because at least with socks you're kind of like, right, I've done the cuff, I'll whiz around the top bit, now I'll do the heel, then I'll get to the toe. Whereas this is just like, I'm not sure this is ever going to end. But yes, I'm making that as well. And I think that's everything. The only thing we haven't mentioned is the giveaway. So all throughout the month of February, we are giving a giveaway. We have managed to reach 500 subscribers on YouTube, which is really exciting. So, details of the giveaway, are you ready?
Yeah.
Go.
We're giving away something related to sewing, something related to knitting, and dog accessories. And I'm so tempted at the moment to pick the dog up here,
She's
scratching up my arm, and saying we're also giving away this.
You can't give away my dog. No, that's not going to happen. So all you have to do to enter one of those categories is subscribe to our channel on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, and let us know which category you would like to be entered into. It closes at the end of February, and then we'll do another video saying which 3 people have been successful. And that's it, easy as.
Simple.
Okay, I think that's everything. We are going to be back soon. At the moment, we are posting every couple of weeks. So if you've liked this video, please feel free to like and subscribe. Also hit the notification bell so you can see when our next video is out. And until then, hope you're all keeping well, staying safe, and we'll see you again soon.
Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye.